Picture your last trip to the DMV. Slow, frustrating, and no one wanted to be there. But at least there was a payoff, a driver's license. Now imagine doing all that for nothing. That's what online surveys feel like today for most people.
Survey data relies on real everyday people, right? Well, when you lift the hood of the survey industry, you realize that the system is not designed for them.
Would you like to take a survey? Okay.
We've made it so painful for people to take surveys that the real everyday people we want to talk to just leave. So who are we left with? Well, we are left with people that have figured out how to make surveys lucrative for them.
Fraudsters are gaming the system. Are the rest of us losing? Let's simplify. 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 Let's recap for a second. When people think about bad data, they usually think about fraud entering a survey. But bad data is also about the good people who never make it in. Or worse, they start it, hate it, and then rush through or leave halfway.
I read a lot of forums about the panelist experience, and there are basic expectations that we are not meeting today. Number one, they don't want to waste their time. When we're screening people to see if they qualify for the survey, we sometimes end up asking too many questions. Because surveys don't communicate with each other, we have to ask age, gender, ethnicity, this sort of demographic questions multiple times.
So sometimes you'll spend several minutes filling out all of these survey questions and you haven't even got to the real survey yet, and then you'll be declined. So it's kind of frustrating to go through that process and spend that time and then not even qualify for the survey.
Number two, they want surveys that are not too demanding and platforms that are not going to crash for them in the middle of a survey. Number three, most importantly, they want to be paid fairly, which is not the case today. This is not an environment that's conducive to quality, even if people start out with good intentions. This is the problem. The ecosystem does not optimize for quality, it optimizes for clicks.
So, what can we do?
To start, we should make surveys less miserable. So if you're a consultant and investor leveraging survey data to make a decision, enter a new market, or close a deal, tiring or boring your respondents isn't just painful for them, it's a risk to your decision. The good news is, even small tweaks from the questions you ask to qualify your respondents, to the way you format your questions, to the length of your interview, can lead to better respondent experience and lead to better insights.
But let's be honest, are we ever going to live in a world where everyone loves taking surveys? Life's busy, distractions are everywhere, and time is money.
So if you want good data quality, you need to pay your respondents fairly for their time.
But of course, without the right checks in place, fraud will follow the money too.
I mean, you have to start asking yourself the hard questions. When you buy 300 CFO interviews at $10 each, who are these people? How many CFOs do you personally know who are ready to take a 50-minute long survey for $10 reward? Who are they?
So if it's not 300 real CFOs, who's really behind your data? Today, the system isn't exactly open about how it sources and verifies your data. And with AI, fraud is actually getting harder and harder to spot. The result? Some of the worst data can look very similar to the best. In the next episode of Data Quality Simplified, we'll get into the growing threat of good-looking fraud.